Hello everyone, I would like to tell you about India's first indigenously built aircraft carrier INS Vikrant because today our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has handed over this giant ship officially to the Indian Navy. The ceremony has happened in Kochi at 9:30 am. During that event, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi also unveiled the new naval ensign for the Indian Navy. The ensign means flag. Previously, Indian Navy was represented by a flag which was related to our colonial past. By doing so, Prime Minister do away with our colonial past and befitting the rich Indian maritime heritage. Because the new flag is kind of related to the history of our Maratha Empire and Chhatrapati Shivaji. In fact, we embrace our real historical past. Anyway, the INS Vikrant will contribute significantly towards enhancing India's maritime capabilities. The commission of Vikrant is being seen as a significant step towards India's self-reliance in the defense sector. Vikrant is a floating city and the symbol of India's indigenous potential. It took us 13 years to build this giant. So to build this ship, our engineers and workers work day in and day out. So for their great achievement, we will going to tell you 12 important facts about this ship. In fact, it is India's pride and India's latest jewel towards being blue water navy of Indian Ocean. INS Vikrant is the largest ship ever built in India's maritime history. It cost Indian exchequer 200 billion rupees, which is equivalent to $2.5 billion and 2.1 billion euros. The name INS Vikrant is very special to India and its navy because it was the name of the India's first aircraft carrier which played a very important role in 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War. In that war, 90,000 Pakistani soldiers surrendered cowardly instead of being supported by US and UK. By the way, the first INS Vikrant was brought from United Kingdom and commissioned in 1961 and it was decommissioned in 1997 after 26 years of service. The floating city is being operated by 4 LM2500 gas turbine engines. The 4 engines on board together built up 88 megawatt of power, enough to supply a city. The INS Vikrant length is 263 meters, width is 62 meters, and its approximate displacement is 45,000 tons when fully loaded. Its maximum design speed is 28 knots with endurance of 7,500 nautical miles. With its commissioning in Indian Navy, India joins an elite league with US, UK, Russia, China and France. These are the countries those have capabilities to design and build an aircraft carrier. INS Vikrant, designed by India's Navy's Warship Design Bureau and built by Cochin Shipyard Limited. It is very important for us to know that in order to make aircraft carrier, we needed special steel from Russia, and we requested Russia to provide us that vital steel, but they refused. Because of that, about 26,000 tons of special steel was manufactured in our own steel plants, and Vikrant became the first Indian Navy ship which has been built completely using domestically produced steel. So you can feel the economic impact of this aircraft carrier in our economy besides its defense impact. This is one of the main reasons because of that Indian economy is registering double-digit growth. In this quarter, Indian economy registered 13.05% growth, which is phenomenal. Apart from these qualities, INS Vikrant has full-fledged medical complex with 16-bed hospital, 2 operating theatres and intensive care unit. It also has psychotherapy clinic, laboratories and isolation ward. INS Vikrant capable of supporting 30 aircrafts and reconnaissance helicopters. For now, it is operating MiG-29K Russian fighters. Later, Indian Navy might operate F-18 Super Hornet or Dassault Rafale maritime aircrafts on its deck, depending on which one Indian Defense Ministry will purchase. INS Vikrant will also handle Kamov-31 reconnaissance helicopters and American MH-60R Romeo helicopters. Apart from these foreign goods, India will also include indigenously built Dhruv advanced reconnaissance helicopters. If we will going to compare INS Vikrant with Royal Navy's HMS Queen Elizabeth and US Navy's Nimitz class super carrier, then we will going to find some lacking capabilities in operating aircrafts number. INS Vikrant can operate 30 aircrafts, HMS Queen Elizabeth can operate 40 aircrafts, and Nimitz class can operate whopping 60 aircrafts along with plenty of helicopters and reconnaissance aircrafts. At last, INS Vikrant's operating procedure. It has stover technique. The stover means it has capacity of enabling short takeoff by planes using ski jump and recovery with the help of arrest wires. As we have mentioned, INS Vikrant as indigenously built aircraft carrier but it is not 100% indigenous, it is 75% indigenous. An important aspect to note is that about 90% of its hull, 50% of its machinery, and 30% of its weapons and the sensors are indigenously designed and built by our more than 100 MSMEs with government PSUs like BHEL and BEL. Though India will operate two aircraft carriers, INS Vikramaditya and INS Vikrant, but according to the military expert, India need another aircraft carrier. That is why India is considering to build the third aircraft carrier INS Vishal, which will be built indigenously too. India is making these aircraft carriers by not keeping Pakistan in the focus, but India's focus is totally on China, because India can handle Pakistan without aircraft carriers, but India cannot handle China without aircraft carriers. And China has already built two aircraft carriers and the third one is on the pipeline. Although India will not going to use these aircraft carriers to attack any country, but India will protect its sovereignty against any aggressor like China.